Hello. If you can hear us, one person, welcome. We're just waiting to see if more people will join us. The horses have just had their dinner. Now they're interested in the food that's over here, even though they've got the data's not so good on my phone for some reason. Hi.
Is that working? We always get bad connections. Why? It's your fault.
Julian dropped his phone and destroyed his phone.
Yeah.
And my one is, I don't know, it's not very good on YouTube. It's fine on Facebook for some reason, but...
Doesn't like YouTube.
Yeah.
How is everybody? Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year to all.
All the sanctuary. May all be well and happy. Thank you very much, Paws and Hands. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you, Paws and Hands.
Oh, you retracted your message now. Oh, you take it back. Okay.
Right, was that a retracted message?
No, I don't want to wish you.
Yeah, wishing you a happy Christmas, Happy New Year. Actually, no. No, I don't.
Thank you for what you do to make the world a little bit better. Happy New Year. Oh, thank you very much, Tori.
Well, thank you for what you do for making the world a bit better. It's reciprocal. I've got so much stuff all over my jumper.
It's itchy.
Yeah, it is.
Happy New Year to all of you, 2- and 4-legged beings. Thanks for enriching my life so much. There would be definitely less joy and laughter in my life without you. Thanks so much. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you for your message.
Thank you.
And we couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you for that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
No one needs to see that.
Oh, you're hiding me. No one needs to see
Just
that.
kidding.
Sorry, it's gonna
Happy New Year to all from Southend. Thanks, Kim.
Sunny
Happy New Year.
Southend. How's Southend?
Southend.
Saf. It's S-A-R-F. Saf.
Southend.
No, Saf. So Saf.
Saf.
Southend.
No R.
No, it's just
Saf.
Southend, mate.
If you just joined us, you're probably like, what are they going on
No,
about?
I don't think so.
Happy New Year from Anna Cortez, WA. Washington?
Washington? Or is it WA? Western Australia, mate?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, we hope you all had a very lovely festive period, New Year, and hope you've been having a good day or morning or whatever time of day it is with you there.
What time is it?
To us.
Yeah, to us.
I don't know, if I look it'll stop the thing.
Don't let it stop the thing. Oh,
Oh,
the horses are having a Barney.
Very nice. Happy New Year, guys. I have lots of Happy New Year messages. What can we tell you? What's been going on this week?
Well,
We've just kind of been having a bit... Oh, there's the horse's salt lick there.
oh yeah.
I was wondering... well, we've just been having a bit of a festive period. Oh, yesterday we tried to go out for New Year's Eve. So we thought we'd go ice skating.
It was a disaster.
Basically, everything in Spain shuts on New Year's Eve.
Hold on a minute. No, I just want to add up something here. I told you guys that everything would be shut.
No, you told us when we got there. Oh, everything will be shut, by the way. You were the one that were like, yeah, let's go out, let's go ice skating.
Yeah, no, I was up for it.
And then we got there and you're like, oh, everything shuts on New Year's Eve.
But hold on a minute. You guys told me that the ice skating ring was open.
That's what Google said.
So we'll blame Google.
Yeah. So
anyway, yeah. So
walked around an empty shopping centre.
Yeah, that's fun.
Walked around some empty streets. Got some churros. What else?
That was our New Year's Eve dinner.
Found somewhere that did some chips.
Yes. So
Came back.
should we sit down?
With what view though? What about sitting here?
Yeah, I need to perch on something.
Here.
Yeah.
Perch here.
I shall perch
Here.
there.
Perch
Yeah.
here.
The sanctuary.
And I can perch here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can we'll do some perching.
When you look small.
Yes.
I
I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see anything.
So much here in Folkestone was open. Supermarkets and fast food places. I know, right?
Yeah, the UK kind of like everything's open and everybody's busy and they're running around, but here literally everything was just shut. So that wasn't so much fun. But we had a, what did you do for New Year's Day? What did you do? Today is New Year's Day, or what have you got planned for New Year's Day? Is there traditions that you do? Have you made some new traditions? We decided to, fed the horses, fed the animals, then we had a brunch. Sophia made us some lovely pancakes. And then we had those, and then we decided that we were going to have a New Year's Day sit down with some big buckets of popcorn and watch a movie. So just as everyone was getting ready to do that, the horses decided to break out, broke all the fencing, the new fencing, and so we then had to come down en masse because the horses were just running around like crazy, and we had to fix the fencing, control the horses, and also still walk the dogs. So we had to do some of that, and then we finally finished that, and then we went up and had our New Year's Day movie, which was, the film of choice was You Before Me. So a nice cheery kind of film. If you've ever seen it, it's about a quadriplegic who, well, I won't ruin it in case you haven't seen it, but it's quite a sad film, really. So wasn't a great choice for a New Year's Day movie. I can't see any comments now, by the way. What's Steve's New Year's tradition? Steve's New Year's tradition is he likes to get dressed up. He likes Steve does like a spangly dress, has to be said. And yeah, he will go for a little wander around with his spangles showing. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
The spangles showing.
Yeah. Well, why don't we get a? Yeah. Well, it's a little bit high. I could probably get something there. Hold on a minute, I'll find something.
Sorry, I forgot the
Tripod.
The tripod stick thingamajigger. Because we forgot what day it was again. Happy New Year to you all. Where's your new sanctuary? It is not far from where we are now. It's about 30 minutes drive, so yeah, it's quite close, which makes it easier for moving. Love your videos and the rescue mission. Oh, thank you very much, Ruth. I've built a bodge job wardrobe over the week. Just come downstairs and find you online. Happy coincidence then. You guys sound a bit congested. Hope all is well. Yeah, we've had this cold that I've given everyone, and we're both feeling a lot better now, but it's just been hanging around for ages, so hopefully.
Stand on there.
Yeah.
The little rock behind it.
Rock.
My rock. Like that maybe. How's that?
Yeah.
Do we have balance?
I think so. Do you guys do tours for visitors? No, not at the moment. It's something we're considering in the future, but yeah, it's just
No, it's a bit difficult to do tours because we're just like, there's not many of us here, and then it's and we're busy, and there's not really much you can do. Django. Such a pleasant little dog.
Django.
It's always so nice around the cats.
I'm so jealous. Jealous pants.
It's just like, I think the cats just wind him up. Anyway, yeah. So no, we don't do tours as such. Or we do volunteering breaks where you can come and stay with us for a week and come and do some work. And you come and stay, and Rachel cooks some lovely dinners, and you get to meet all the animals and work with them on a day-to-day basis, and work with us, join the team for a week or two, or however long you want. And that's how we tend to operate, and that serves as a really good income source for the sanctuary, because people can come here, get involved, and the price that you pay to do that goes towards the keeping of the animals. So that's quite a nice symbiotic relationship. I'm a bit gluggy, bit coldy.
Yeah, I was explaining. Someone said we sounded congested, so
Yeah,
I
we're
was
a bit-
explaining about that.
Bit like that.
I hear what you do on New Year's is what you'll do all year, so will we have more lives to look forward to?
What will we do on New Year's? What you do on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? What you do on New Year's? Yeah, maybe you'll probably, if we could have better connection, I think we'll do it a lot more often.
Yeah, like,
It's just frustrating.
yeah, because at the moment I've got to be on the Wi-Fi, which is over there, so it means we can't move around really and show you the animals. And even if we do it on the data, the picture's not very clear. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted out. But obviously it's just because we're going to be moving, we're not going to put a lot of investment into that here at the moment. So we would like to do more lives if we can get that sorted.
Is there something we can get the?
We can get the two of you to help with the sanctuary, like something to help with the camera for live chats.
I don't know, because it's not the camera isn't the issue. That's very kind of you to offer,
Yeah.
but the camera isn't the issue. The camera
It's the connection,
is the
really.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what we need is we need to speak to Elon and ask him if he can fire us up a satellite right up there, and we'll get a Starlink going on and see if we can have a better connection on there. Maybe we'll do that. Elon,
Debbie,
if you're watching.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for your super chat. That's lovely. Thank you.
May your new year be filled with many blessings, and yours. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie. He's horrible. Horrible little dog.
Where? It's not letting me get the. There we go.
Okay.
Also in the country with terrible internet.
Yeah, it's not not easy, is it? Internet connections. First world problems, I suppose, really. Yeah, right. Where were we? Where are we?
Got how did the sanctuary get started?
Well, the sanctuary got started basically by accident, not by design. As it stands now in its current format, is because these horses, majority of them, not that one. Look, she is looking to get out. She's such a bugger, that horse. All the older ones we rescued from the meat factory. And we were then forced with this situation where we had all these horses. They're worrying me a little bit. Look, what do you want?
Because you've given Avenatti to them, and they're like, no, we want. He's mouthing at the fence.
I know. Go away. Go on. We're talking. Look, that's Dakota. So Dakota, this one here, not Rachel. That's Rachel. This one's Dakota. Dakota was born here. And
Look at Bandit.
no, Bandit, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Can you see what he's doing behind my head? They're chewing on the fence. Anyway. Oh, they are trouble. Anyway, sorry, yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, rescued a load of horses from the meat factory. A lot of them were starving. So we had... The next day, basically following the rescue, had a field load, I think it was about 8 horses. So 8 starving horses. Starving horses eat about as much as one starving horse eats the same as about 3 or 4 horses. So we had this situation where we had the equivalent of like 30 odd horses to try and feed overnight. Didn't have really the resources or anything, didn't really know what we were doing, just sort of like jumped straight in. Yeah, so the sanctuary kind of was born out of necessity, and you know, I think yeah, more animals sort of come along, and you try and work out a system that will work. And then Jacob's Ridge started because it was like, well, you know, if we could share this experience with people and they could come here and enjoy the animals with us. Bandit, Bandit.
What is he doing?
Can you see what he's doing? Bandit, stop it. Stop it. Cute. Yeah, so that's how it started. Basically, was from 8 starving horses, and then just snowballed. But you've got to keep it under control, because the problem is, there's a very fine line. You can, and I think a lot of people fall down the trap of becoming animal hoarders, and you can't do that. You've got to do everything responsibly. So you've got to move it slowly but steady, and make sure that the commitment that you make to the animals is one that you can actually keep up with. So yeah, that's a really, really important part of it as well.
So Ancient Vacuum wrote, "Are you rich?" And then later on wrote, "I guess you're not rich if people give you money."
Yeah, definitely not rich. Although it depends what you call. I say yes, I'm rich. I'm incredibly rich. Look what I'm surrounded with, and that makes me very, very wealthy. But probably not in the terms that you're referring to. Financially rich, no. Very far from it, I'm afraid.
Sadly not.
Yeah. But Oi.
Yeah. So the main premise has been always to support the sanctuary through the volunteering experience holidays. So it's a way that people can come and get involved, but also have a holiday experience as well. So they get to go out on sightseeing trips and activities and enjoy the nature and the surroundings and the animals and do a little bit of work to help out. So it's always been, that's been the main way to support the sanctuary. And then during COVID, we had to turn to our supporters to ask for donations, just straightforward donations, which is something that we never really wanted to rely on. And from there, Julian had the viral video with Steve, which was great because it got a lot more support. And yeah, we're very fortunate to have the amount of followers and supporters that we do at the moment. So thank you. Rich in love, babe.
Rich in love, yeah.
Your sanctuary is paradise. All your hard work pays off beautifully. I appreciate all of you. Well, thank you, and we appreciate you too.
Yes.
You're in a good spot for a good feed now. Mark that spot. Lol.
Yeah, it kind of works here. I think it's a direct line of the...
I love Donkey Man.
Donkey Man, I think it should be a new superhero.
Yeah.
You've got Batman, I think there should be a Donkey Man, don't you think?
So a couple of people saying the picture is really good and it's like the best ever.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Stop it.
Which is usually...
Jacob.
Can you see him? He's chewing the post.
Jacob, stop it. So Jacob, the place is called Jacob's Ridge because it's named after Jacob. And because what we didn't want to do is we didn't want to go down the route of naming the sanctuary after us because it's the animal sanctuary and it needs to be named after one of the animals. And seeing as Jacob was really our first proper rescue, then that's why it's the namesake. So
yeah, people always assume that you're Jacob. So
yeah,
we had someone message us earlier like, is this Jacob I'm speaking to? I was like, well, he's a horse, so
no, even the locals call me Jacob as well, so which is quite strange.
Can see Sophie and Megan and Daisy, please. So now I'm not good enough for you, Henry. Thanks.
No, what about me? Henry, what about me?
Put him in the band. Go for it, Bandit. Julian needs the employment. I think he wants attention. What is on Bandit's head? Is it for protection? Yeah, it's a fly mask. Bandit's very nervous, and I haven't been able to get it off him. So he's had it on since yesterday. So sometimes he just doesn't want it. He doesn't want to know. So yeah, I'll get it off him tonight. But yeah, it's a fly mask. The flies have been quite bad this past few days because it's been pretty warm. So it's just to keep the flies off their eyes and their face. What are you doing?
Come here. Barney, be nice. So cat just arrived, just so if you're wondering.
You're doing a wonderful job for the resources you have. Kudos to you. Thank you very much, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
I have been binging the Donkey Chats, which are the best, and I worried that Hoti and Dottie get less attention. Then I thought maybe they just don't believe in or cooperate with camera.
Yeah, I think you kind of just get a feeling, really. That's the only way I can describe it, is sometimes they do want to chat. Like recently, Charlie has been a lot more communicative with me. He's been a little bit more getting involved, but Hoti just tends to put his bum in the camera, and Dottie, Yeah, I think she's just a bit too important for all that, really. She's got that kind of vibe to her. So, yeah, you know what it's like when you spend a lot of time around animals and you get to know their personalities. You get to know what they're all about, really. You know, what you can get away with, what they like, what they don't like. And it just so happens that I think Steve is very, very expressive as a little donkey, and he really does listen. And I don't know. There's something in there. You know, there's an intelligence within Steve which is quite remarkable and unusual. And the same with Ronnie as well. Ronnie's a big love bug, and he just likes to get involved. But they're all a little bit different. Yeah, they've all got.
Yeah.
But they just listen. That's the thing.
And
They
Barry,
really listen.
Barry like really loves attention, but he doesn't really play up much to the camera, so it's not very interesting. You're only going to get like really cuddly footage.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. He's not going to react like Steve and Ronnie.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But yeah, they get attention, but they get the attention that they want. You know, we don't force. You just don't force yourself sort of like onto them, and you know, because then it becomes something different. It's more a question of being, I don't know, just sort of working with them, you know, rather than forcing them to behave in a particular way, which I don't think is the right way around it.
Anne says, love your videos with the donkeys. Ron and Steve in particular, the outtakes video is brilliant. Yeah, we've got, I think we might have another one to put up, maybe, potentially.
Eventually,
Potentially, eventually.
Yeah. I haven't put up many. I went through a phase of putting up loads. Would do like one a day and put up loads of that, which is why there's a lot on YouTube. But eventually, you kind of
You reach burnout, I think.
Yeah, you do, and also there's a
burnout.
pressure to it.
Yeah, and then it takes the fun away.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, where's it? I haven't had a donkey video. I haven't had. Give us a donkey video, and it's like, okay, so well, because also I think it becomes something different as well, because you want to do a donkey video when it feels right, because that's what makes it funny. Yeah, exactly.
And if it's organic, yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, otherwise they're a bit forced. But I'm sure there'll be loads more donkey videos. Don't worry if you want them.
Why aren't the comments? Okay. Going back, Hev and Chip, I believe you sent a super chat. Thank you very much.
Oh, Heaven Chip, thank you very much for your super chat. It's very generous of you. Thank you.
2023 to you and all your supporters. Keep the good work up. You are a lifesaver to those animals. Oh, thank you very much, Hev.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. He likes the vibrations. Oh, on the fence. Okay. Also, I love what you are all doing. There isn't a day or night I'm not watching your videos. The place is beautiful. We pray each day for your success. Oh, that's a very kind message.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
Brenda. Finally made a live after working last few weekends. How are we all doing? Hello, Marie. Good to see you.
Hi, Marie.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this New Year's Day. Hope you're all having a lovely New Year's Day.
Egg says, I've missed you guys. I've missed you too, Egg.
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 EGG. Missed you.
I smell a Donkey Man t-shirt.
A Donkey Man t-shirt. You don't want to smell the Donkey Man's t-shirt,
No.
That's for sure. They end up stinking after a donkey chat because the donkeys have a particular smell, and because they are very licky and interactive, after I've done a donkey chat, I really need a very, very hot shower to get the... Shut up, don't start. All right, we don't want to... Are you giving an example? Yes, okay, so this is how donkey chats
Steve.
work. Yes, you be Steve. All right, Django's pretending to be Steve. Steve.
He
Come
wants,
on, talk. What do you want?
he wants to get involved, but Barney's on my lap.
Oh,
so
is that
like,
what the problem is? Is that what the problem is? Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, there are t-shirts available if you go onto the... Hello, Barney. If you go onto the YouTube, underneath this video, actually, I think there should be a link to our spread shirt. If not, you can go to lifewithoutfear.org, and there's all sorts of merchandise that we put up last year, but we're going to do some more of those. And we've got some exciting stuff coming this year. Very exciting stuff. Can't wait to share all that with you. But I haven't. It's been on delay because of what we've been doing at the sanctuary. But over the next couple of weeks, we'll be launching a new thing, which is going to be very exciting.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying. So watch this space. Yeah. Jacob, very involved.
I see, always behind you. Yeah. Only saw Steve for the first time today. Totally in love with him. Haha, you two are doing a fantastic job. Excuse me.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Steve is adorable. He's like, I don't know what it is about that donkey, but sometimes I watch those videos back and I just watch his face and he's so funny. He's just so cute.
Yeah. David wants to know.
Go on, David. What do you want to know?
Hi
Go on.
guys, Happy New Year. How are the locals? Are they welcoming to you guys, or the English as a whole? Love the channel. Keep up the great work.
It's a little goat having a go. Oh, the two little fighting goats. Yeah, the locals are on the whole. No, I'd say all very, very welcoming. We keep ourselves to ourselves. We don't really have much interaction with them. We've got a few people, obviously, you know, our local suppliers and things like that we have good relationship with, and I would class them as friends more than anything. My hairdresser turned up a couple of weeks ago with his whole family, just out of the blue. Just turned up, wanted to have a look at all the animals, which was quite nice. Yeah, on the whole, they're very, very accommodating.
Just got to shift position because I've got pins and needles.
Oh no!
If you want
okay, shift
over there.
Oh, shift. Yeah, but in the whole, very, very nice people actually. Very, very nice people.
Excuse me. Oh my! Did I see a grey hair in Rachel's head? Oh, thank. Way to give me a complex.
Wow.
Jesus.
No, I can assure you there are no grey hairs in Rachel's head. Let me have a look. No.
Thanks, Egg.
Nothing there.
Do you have night vision cameras to catch the shenanigans of your wee beasties? I'm sure you might get a good laugh.
Well, not night vision, but I tell you what I have got recently. In fact, Sophia bought it for me for Christmas.
He loves this. It's like his favourite.
It's so cool. It's such a gadget.
Watch this one.
Oh, behave yourself. No silliness. No silliness.
Just give him some attention.
Good boy. It's a really super powerful torch, and it is so powerful. It's brilliant. It turns night into day. It's an amazing torch, but I don't like to use it too much because it really does disturb all the wildlife and like the birds and things like that. But in the event of an emergency, I can literally, it's a tiny little torch, but it's so powerful. If I stand up at the top of the sanctuary and just aim it down at the horses, it can illuminate the whole horse field. It's an amazing little thing. So yeah, that was quite exciting. I like that. I like that little gadget. Good boy. You're a good boy. But night vision would be cool, but they're expensive.
My all-time favourite was Is My Donkey Broken? When Ronnie was upset about how he looked on the camera. I bet I've watched that 100 times.
That was so weird, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he was just staring at the camera.
He's just staring. It's like, what are you? It's like he glitched. I don't know what that was all about. That was a strange one, that one.
Ciara, thank you so much for your late fee.
Thank you, Ciara.
Joining us.
I think my favourite Donkey Chat video, I think, has to be Not Feeling It Day.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
And not feeling it, turning it into a feeling it day. Also, the very, very first Donkey Chat.
Yeah.
I really like that one. We're talking about the...
Oh, but apparently you're mumbling in that one.
Well, I'm talking about the farmer.
Yeah. That's funny though, that's funny.
I like that video because that was very organic.
It was.
Yeah, just sort of arrived at that one. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Come here. Come here then.
Favourite video was Is Ronnie Broken? The white donkey loved his quivering lip and the way he held his head still and ears back.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to get
Oh,
there now.
he's
Because
gone.
Barney scared him away.
Oh, you're a scary dog. You're a big scary dog.
Rachel can ask Sophie to get Daisy, please. Daisy!
Oh, you're so jealous.
Daisy!
You're such a jealous boy.
Daisy!
Stop growling.
Daisy's
Otherwise,
here.
go away, all right?
But Daisy, do you want to come
Behave
in?
yourself. Go on. Oh, no. Be
Barney's-
careful. We're going to have a fight here.
Barney's being too jealous, so he's not letting any other dogs get involved.
Right. Barney, what we're going to do is, we're going to go for a little walk, all right, over here. Okay.
He just farted.
Pardon?
He farted.
Oh, did he? Dirtbag. No, don't lick my face, you stink.
Must have been the light. Sorry, Rachel. Yeah, I should think so.
Whoa.
You're all right, mate.
He just launched himself to the ground.
Oh,
fireworks.
fireworks. Are you okay? Come here then. Come here. Come here then. Okay. Right, don't be. Oh, okay. Oh, I know. It's okay.
What's wrong with these horses? They're plotting.
They're plotting your demise.
Yeah.
Right. Try and do this now.
Go on then.
Donkey tracks are brilliant. Did the animals get any Christmas presents?
Yeah, it's got loads of Christmas presents.
Yeah, we gave them all some treats, which our lovely people donated from our shop. So the pigs had
Christmas carrots,
tomatoes, carrots, apples,
lettuce,
yeah,
all sorts of little nice things. What the donkeys are doing right now, they're trying to
eat a tree.
Eat a tree.
Is Ronnie Broken was a great video. I love the video about the wig and the false teeth. So funny. Love Ronnie and Steve.
Yeah, Mrs. Grumbleson. It's funny when you just like. I think I was mucking out the donkeys one morning, and you just sort of like I just talk to them, and then sometimes you just get a little story come into your head when you're talking to them, and then you think, oh, I think I'll record this one, and yeah, that was the one, Mrs. Grumbleson.
So someone said, why don't you have cows?
Well, cows are, well, every animal that you have here in Spain, you have to have a particular specific license to keep those animals. It becomes more difficult if the animal is deemed to be an animal for food, a production animal like a pig or a cow or something like that. And then if you say to them, well, look, we're not using them for production. They're here as a sanctuary, just to live out their life. They don't believe you, and their attitude is, yeah, but you could. So therefore, you've got to have this license and that license, and it becomes very, very difficult. And cows are particularly tightly controlled for meat, for milk, dairy, all that stuff. And they are very, very tightly controlled. So it's not as easy as that. We went and spoke to a local dairy farmer, and we knew that because of the dairy industry, the way the dairy industry works is that the young calves, male calves, are destroyed as babies, like within 24 hours normally. So we wanted to offer a home, an alternative for the farmer, and said, look, those little babies that are being slaughtered, we can take them. And he agreed, which I was quite surprised at, actually. He was really very very accommodating, and he was like, yeah. So obviously I can't imagine he particularly wants to destroy animals, but anyway, that's the way it is, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But the problem was the paperwork and everything else that goes with it. We couldn't physically take an animal from him, because I said, well, what about if we just, if one just goes missing? And it's like, you can't, because then they have to be reported, and then their registration number, and blah, 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 blah. And, even if you say, well, this one died, so now what, we could just say that it died, but he was like, well, we can't, because then we've got to provide the cadaver and all the rest of it. So,
and also you've got to do TB testing on them.
Yeah.
And you can't do that without a license. So they need a registration number in order to process the test. So even, if you did acquire one, without the paperwork, you wouldn't be able to do those tests, and it's illegal to have a cow and not do those tests. So.
Well, you wouldn't want to.
No, exactly.
You still got a responsibility, as much as it's like a very, you can be sort of like a little bit fluffy about these things, but at the same time you've still got to be responsible, and that's the line you're treading, and you've still got to, we live in this world, and the animals live in this world where there are controls and there are laws, and they're there for a reason, and you have to follow those lines as best you can. So yeah, that's the reason predominantly why we don't have cows, is because in order for us to get the license, we'd have to be a dairy farm producer, and obviously we're never going to be a dairy farm producer, and we wouldn't have the investment that we would need to create a dairy farm that doesn't create dairy, if that makes sense. So it becomes very, very difficult.
Maybe one day, though.
Yeah, I think it could happen. I think it could happen, definitely.
We'd
Yeah,
like to have cows.
I think. Yeah, I think that would be amazing, because all you'd have to do is just sort of set it all up as a dairy farm, but just not be in production.
Yeah.
And then say, yeah, well, they're all out in the field, and away you go. So yeah, maybe that's an option in the future.
Right, Django, I'm going to have to read. He keeps just climbing further and further up. I'm sure I'll be right. Maybe if you
Hi,
give
hi.
that one some attention.
Okay, hi.
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't
right,
worry.
okay. Are we all right there?
Yeah.
Be nice. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
A bit worried about those fireworks, aren't we?
Come
okay.
here. Right, there you go.
Okay.
Right, don't launch yourself off now into space.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Just going back over your comments there. A lot of people talking about how they hate fireworks. Yeah. My favourite was the one when Steve stole the Amazon package. Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was so funny.
It was just annoying because my phone didn't, it like cut out or something, it, like missed some of it. But yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
I know you guys work your butts off, but your love for animals is out of this world. There's a special place in heaven for you guys. Oh, Gary, thank you.
Thank you, Gary. It's nice thing to say.
It's a great shot of the lot of you. Oh, this is a bit old now. Oh, yeah. Why don't you have guys? Does Ben still go for his walkabouts?
Yeah. Here's a great picture, actually, on... did you see the one that Sophia got? She took a
Where?
picture of Potato, and in the
he's
background,
up the back. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
right
yeah.
up the back of the
Yeah,
house
it's
by the
funny.
swimming pool.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's hilarious. You're a good boy.
Okay, I'm just catching up here.
You're a good boy.
Absolutely, oops.
What you done?
Absolutely love your mix of comedy with showing every life is important. It's beautiful.
Barney, be nice.
Well, thank you for that. Jazz says, I couldn't possibly choose a favourite vid. They all deliver different elements that are fun and brilliant, like choosing your favourite child.
Wow, Jan, I was waiting for a dig then at some point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my favourite video is the one without Julian in it.
So much... Oh, Jan, that was such a kind thing to say. Are you broken, says Egg.
Yeah, exactly. What's happened with you quick?
Sorry, I glitched. I'll return to normal now.
There she is. There she is.
So much red tape. Cows deserve love and a life. Yes.
Yeah, so much red tape. It's crazy. It's well, yeah, it's absolutely insane the amount of red tape we have to jump through with all the animals.
Excuse me. Do your horses or donkeys have scratch posts or posts with big
They have trees. They have lots of
brushes?
trees.
Yeah, I've seen them, especially for cattle with the big brushes on them. They look really good. But yeah, if they've got the trees, then they're quite happy with that. I'm sure they would probably use a brush as well.
Sorry, talking over you, but I spoke to, there's a guy in Germany that makes these, they look like a car wash thing. They've got big, stiff bristles, and they spin round.
Yeah.
And you set it up, and then the horse or animal can walk up to it. When it presses down on the plate, it spins.
Yeah.
And they can just rub against it. And that was, I said to him, can we... You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
I said, how much would it be to get one put into the sanctuary, because it would be great for the horses, and it's £4,500 quid. I was like, no,
Yeah, that's a lot.
that's so much money.
Yeah, it's not a priority when they've got...
No, exactly. It's like, well, we can either feed you or we can get you this funny little gadget.
Hello.
Hi, you come and say hello?
I'm just going to give some Abernathy from the Fassa. You gave some to the donkeys.
Did I not give him any? Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright.
Did the horses eat it earlier, or has he finished it himself?
Maybe there's just not a lot in there.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
A
Right.
bit in there.
cool.
Okay.
When you come back, if you could Daisy belly rubs.
Daisy, belly rubs, please. Sophia,
Daisy
Daisy,
belly rubs.
belly rub, please.
Oh, okay, thanks, Reg.
Oh, Vero, she's so nice.
Thanks a lot for explaining why you don't have cows, such fabulous animals.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really know much about cows. And I'll be honest, I went for a walk with my mum a couple of years ago, and we walked across this field, and there was loads of cows in it. And I went up to them, because I wanted to just sort of go and meet them. And I was actually quite a little bit scared of them, because I don't know anything about, I don't understand their language. And they're big, aren't they? They're huge.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know whether they're giving me, with a horse, if the ears are back or it's swishing its tail, or you just know the language of the horse. But cows, I don't know anything about. It'd be quite interesting to learn about them, actually.
I I don't understand what you mean, Anne. You say it doesn't make sense with male dairy cows. They shouldn't care about the male babes. You're saying it doesn't make sense that they don't care about them, or that?
Well, the reason they don't care about the man is because they don't produce anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes they'll keep them for veal.
yeah.
But if that's not profitable enough to raise them, then often they will just get rid of them shortly after birth. So it does depend on the farm, and yeah.
Yeah, we're generalising here. So I mean, if there are any, I'm sure there won't be, but I mean, if there are any meat-producing people out there that use cows in that way, you know, what your individual practices are. I'm generalising, but
Yeah.
the male calves in general in that industry are destroyed pretty much straight after birth.
And then, so they don't use bulls, and it's known for bullfighting. That sounds awful.
No, they breed a specific bull. So it's a type of breed of bull they use for bullfighting, and they get treated like royalty, and that is all part of the process. So the bullfight begins basically whilst the bull is very, very young. So without meaning to sort of like go into all the details of it, but if you imagine you take this bull and you raise it from a calf and you treat it like, you know, it has the most fantastic life, and I really mean that. These bull farms where these prize bulls are reared are amazing. Their life is incredible, but that also makes it doubly cruel because of the process, and it's the process of what they call. Everyone's getting involved now. So the process is called sentido, and it's the moment when the bull becomes aware that it's in a fight with a man. It's when the bull becomes aware, and that happens within the ring. But the bullfight starts when they're actually being reared, because they don't have anybody interfere with the bull. They try to show the bull as little human interaction as possible. So that makes the bull not too wary of humans. And then what happens is they'll normally have like one or two keepers, and then when the bull is sold for a fight, then they're taken away, they're kept in darkness, they're starved, and they're starved for a number of days, and then they are transported to the holding pens, which is all in darkness. Now you can imagine, and then they torment the bull in the darkness. They get the bull so riled up, he's hungry, and he's kept in darkness, so he's got sensory deprivation. And then they open the doors and they push him out into the ring, and then the bull is out in the ring, and he's surrounded by the noise and the furore of the bullfight. So you can imagine what that's all about. And then so that's a different type of bull, but they are bred specifically for that. But yeah, I won't go into that more, because it's something that's quite close to my heart, actually, and the cruelty associated with it. But I don't want to bring a big lump of downer on you on New Year's Day. We can do that for another day. We'll save that one. I could put that in my box of downers. Especially when you need a downer.
It's painfully slow, but humanity is getting gentler. It's taking generations, and it's agony to be patient. Yeah, I suppose.
God, do you think so? Well, I suppose, yeah, I suppose,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you still get
medieval times and hang drawing quarter people.
Yeah.
This is very, very. We're getting deep now, Pete.
There's still kids that are involved in these bull parades and bullfights and things, and that's obviously, if their parents are involved in it, it's still going down the generations. But I think on the whole, there's less and less people going to bullfights, which is good.
Well, there's that whole one that was we were talking about up north.
Yeah.
Where they set fire to the bull's horns. Yeah. Well, not their horns. They put this contraption on the head and they set fire to them. And but it is centuries old. It gates. I can't even speak. It's easy for you to say. It dates back to the 13th or 14th century. That's how long they've been doing it. And when you put that into perspective, you know, that's like, you know, what's that, 600 years, 500 years, 600 years they've been doing this to bulls. It's like, how are you ever going to break that tradition? You know, you're just not. And you know, you walk in there and go, hold on a minute, you've got to stop doing this. It's not nice for the bull. You know, you've got to undo 500 years worth of tradition. Good luck with that. And you know, it's the same with the bullfighting and everything else. It's tradition, and tradition is the worst. Look, you know, the English, look at them with their fox hunting. You know, it's the same thing.
Don't get off on that as well.
I know, I'm getting off on one now anyway. We're getting dark.
But yeah, I know. Just going to show Sophia with Daisy for you, Henry, before it gets dark. And
Excuse me.
wait, that's not very dark.
Very dark.
Is it dark?
No, I had my phone cover over the. It's quite dark. Sorry, Henry. And Daisy's black, so you can't really see her. Oh, that's a bit better.
Daisy belly rub.
Daisy belly rub.
Daisy probably just wants her dinner now, so she's not. Oh. Oh, okay, that's enough belly rubs. Does get dark there real quick. Ah, yes, it does.
It also gets blinking cold.
So people want to know basically what's happening with the move,
I feel like Ronnie.
or when have we got a date? Any news on the new location? Stuff like that.
Okay, let me give you an update on the new place. So, we are currently waiting for the permissions, which we've been waiting for what seems like forever. We were told that we would have those permissions through by the end of December. Obviously, I knew that wasn't going to happen because who the hell's going to be working on Christmas and New Year's in the civil service? I couldn't see that happening. So yeah, I'm hoping we'll hear first week, second week of January. As soon as we've got those permissions, then we can start making the move. We've already started. We've started on the assumption that everything's going to be okay. We've been building the workshop. That's been our. We've built pig houses. That was the first thing we started to build. So they're done, and I think you probably would have seen those. And then what we're working on at the moment is the workshop, because we need a base camp to work from, and there's only 2 little cabins up there, and it's not really enough. So we need somewhere to, you know, put tools, put the tractor, all things like that. So it needs a little base camp to work from. So that's what we're building at the moment, is this little workshop. Once the workshop is built, then we can start to make the transition over. So then we will be, hopefully by the time that's finished, we'll have all the permissions through for the licensing for the animals. Once that's all in, then we go and like crazy and start putting in all the fences. So all the permissions are in place for the perimeter fence. Now we're waiting for the permissions to come back for the internal fencing. And we're also working out what we're going to need as far as the internal fencing. And I'm looking at budgets as well, constantly looking at budgets. Can I, you know, we're just looking at it all the time, because as you can imagine, it's just this immense project, and it's a huge amount of money to have to find. But at the same time, it's like, you sort of set it all up, and then you're always fine tuning. That's all it is. It's just constantly fine tuning the budget. What if we did this? We could save a bit of money here, or we could save a bit of money there, or that means we would have more budget for this or more budget for that. So yeah, that's the name of the game at the moment. So yeah, it's all moving forward. And in the meantime, we've got to keep this place going. And that's the most frustrating thing, because, you know, like today or over the past few days, we've had to be, you know, repairing all fencing. So I've had to use some resources that are for the new place, for this place, which is, to my mind, is a waste of money and waste of time. You know, why am I still here building fences when we're not even going to be here for much longer? But you have to, because, you know, the animals still need to be kept in, and they still break fences and they do all that. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating at the moment, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good stuff. Thank you very much for asking. Bet you're glad you didn't ask. That doesn't even make sense. Bet you're glad you didn't ask now. I bet you wished you didn't ask, I meant to say. Hold on. Come back, Mrs. Eyes, because you can see what you're doing.
Okay. Oh, it's getting really cold.
Yeah, it's getting really cold.
You stop moving.
Well, I'm shivering.
Okay. Was there anything else on there that...
I don't know, I can't see.
What do you need from us, and what can we do as a community for you?
Right, guys, this is what we're going to do, right? I've got some plans, and I'm going to engage you guys as the community to try and get a reach out. We're going to do a massive, like, clap out. Oh, that sounds a bit wrong. He's got a massive clap out. I don't know what happened, but it was sore for a few days, and then it turned into a massive clap out. Anyway, I'll shut up. So yeah, what we're going to do is with this new project that I've got. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I've got these little project things that are going to go on, which I can't tell you about just yet, but as soon as it's ready, I can. And then what I'll do is I'll engage you guys to help us get out a wide reach, and that's going to be the plan. But I will clue you all up individually. I actually mean that. I'm going to clue you all up individually before we start. And if you go onto Patreon, join us on the Patreon page as well, because that helps me to communicate to you as well. And then we can really move forward as an army and really make some big differences. So yeah, that's going to be the name of the game, I think. We've got to mobilise, you know, we've got to mobilise to really make some big difference and some big changes and see what we can achieve this year. I'd like to achieve some great things this year. Together, we can do it. Hold on a minute. Rachel's just run off and left me. I've got no glasses, so I can't see what the hell is being said. Jan's probably saying stuff, or not, if she can be bothered. She's probably fallen asleep, you know what she's like. There's a super chat there, but I can't see who it's from, so thank you very, very much for that super chat. What does it say? I can't see anything, it's just all blurred. Doesn't help. Rach, help. It's getting very dark. Yeah, we should go up to light. Oh, okay, all right. Well, guys, then, so what we're going to do is because we're going to have to leave the field now because it's getting very dark, and we're on Wi-Fi as well, so it means that we can't get too far away from it. So we should end this here. Can you just have a look up with those comments?
Yeah. Mr. Beginning, do you have colds?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it for a while, but it's almost going now. Lisa Larson, thank you very much for your super
Oh,
chat.
Lisa, thank you. That was the one I saw, but I couldn't see who it's from. Thank you very much.
Was there... Go inside, we don't want you to get sicker. What do you call...
It's too late, we're already very sick.
Do you call a cow on an elevator? No, that's not very nice, Daniel.
What do you call a cow on an elevator? I don't know, what is it?
I don't want to say, so
Okay,
it's
don't
not
say.
nice.
Okay. Daniel.
Don't like your meat jokes.
Bad joke, Daniel. Bad joke. Wrong audience,
Wait,
Daniel.
too far away.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying, but I only won $4 in the 650
How dark is
million mega lottery.
it? $4? Hey, you're a winner. That's the most important thing. You won. Look, we're getting really dark now. We should go.
Okay, we're gonna go now then. So, super chats today.
Yes.
£190 and 93 pence.
Oh, thank you very much,
very
everybody.
much.
That's lovely. £193 and how much?
93 pence.
So £6 and 7 pence away. £6 and 7 pence away from 200.
Yes.
Wow, brilliant. Anybody out there want to put £6 and 7 pence in? Let's round it up. Come on, guys.
There's a $4 win out there.
Yeah, you can't tell us you did a $4 win. And there must be a late fee out there. That's just one late fee. Let's put it in perspective. No, lovely. Thank you very much, Guy, for all your Guy, whoever Guy is. Guys, thank you very much for all your support as usual. And thanks for joining us on Sunday. And yeah, watch this space and we will keep you posted on developments as we move forward. And hopefully this time next week, we'll have news from the licensing. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we've got to
Probably
move forward
not,
with that.
because we've got the Three Kings.
Oh
so
my
it'll probably be
God,
after
it's the Three Kings, yes.
Oh, and now my phone's...
Low battery warning.
Phone's running out of battery. Okay, let's go.
Okay, love you very much, guys. Have a
Happy
lovely,
New Year.
lovely Happy New Year 2023.
Oh, Ciara, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ciara.
£199 and 21 pence. Marie, thank you so much.
What are we up to now?
209 and 23
Oh,
pence.
fantastic. Thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
We can't see anything.
No, we
now.
can't see anything now.
Oh, Anne, thank you.
Thanks very much, Anne. Guys,
thank you very
we
much,
love you
everyone.
very much and thank you very much for your support. And we will see you next week.
Yes.
And I'll see if I can get a donkey chat video up from Ronnie as well again. How dark are we now? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
now
no,
now we're really. Oh, there we go. We've got torchlight. This isn't the one that we bought.
Okay, it's getting
Right.
cold and we're going to go and walk the dogs.
Okay, see you later, guys.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Love you.